Yeah. So Saikat, what I was trying to tell you, that all the clients would have some kind of a navigator here, which will show you the databases and the schemas and the tables in it, and will have a run button on the right hand side, and then will allow you to see the outputs either on the sides here on the right hand side or down below. Almost all of them. See, the most famous currently, by the way, is a client called as Google BigQuery. Google BigQuery. This is one of the most famous cloud, client for connecting to different databases. It's if you remember, I had given one video at the beginning of our classes. You can actually follow that video and you can try. I mean, you can practice on this platform as well for free.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing is here, the free version. I mean, free in the sense, okay, well, it has two types of free version. One where you don't even have to give your credit card or debit card information, but there the limitation is that you cannot connect to your own cloud database server. You can only connect to the data sets which are already there in Google's cloud platform. But if you are okay, you can also take a free trial, which is for 1 year free trial, where you can connect to your own, like the kind of cloud database server that, have given you access to, like AWS and all. You can connect to those as well. But yeah, I mean, here also, if I were to just show you, yeah, if you notice, this is the client for Google BigQuery. Yeah, so here you will see all the projects. I mean, all the data sets, and under the data sets, for example, let's say this one, loans data set. This is the database. So here we have one more layer. So for this project, database, and then the tables. And then on the right hand side, you write your queries.
Almost same. No.
Yeah. Almost the same.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay. Thank you. It helps. Thank you.
Okay. So yesterday, guys. So by the way, guys, what I have done is on the LMS, I have given the scripts that we used yesterday under this lecture called as like, not like, regular expression reference scripts, 7th February 2022. Okay. And then the assignments are given, and then the reading materials on joins and union and so forth. And for today's script as well, I will end up adding a section like that, where I've mentioned the date as well. Now, what I want to understand is, what questions do you have from yesterday's session? Any questions, anybody?
So Prateek, now I'm not to submit the assignment yet. So I need to submit is necessary, because I don't have time to do this. So if necessary, so I will do that. Otherwise, I'm practice daily a little bit.
But if you're practicing, you must be practicing on the assignments, right, Vivek?
Okay.
So what is, just as you get done, just submit it.
Okay. So I all commands should be emailed to you, or only done?
No. There is an email ID, right?
Okay.
This is the email ID where you're supposed to email your
Okay.
assignment.
Okay. Yeah?
Okay, guys, questions from yesterday's session. Yesterday, we had a discussion on regular expressions, which is advanced pattern matching. And we also had a brief discussion on between and not between. So any questions from yesterday's session?
No, Pratik, not from my side.
Not from my side as well.
I asked it yesterday. So.
Yes.
Anybody?
No,
No
Pratik.
questions, Pratik. I had that tick mark question as well that has been cleared on during assessment. So Because
Pratik,
number
to be
of
very
credit
frank,
cards we were not able to change. I was not able to change, so that also solved. So no question from my end.
Pratik, to be very frank, I have not practiced that session. Yesterday session I have, so I will do it today.
Okay. All right, Ashish.
So
Today,
I will submit. I will submit this assessment today at the end. Day end.
So Pratik, I have given assessment yesterday only, but like Thursday and Friday I was not available. I was like out for emergency. I already informed on that group. So that's reason I have like not that much prepared for yesterday's assessment.
Acha.
Mhm.
I said as I said I have prepared it, but still, I'm not happy with this. Not very good score. Really disappointed by oneself. But if it case you can you can give assessment without that.
What I will do is, Sanjeev, then maybe tomorrow, I will have one more mini assessment on the same data set. I will just maybe, change a couple of questions here and there.
Yeah. But please avoid that clicking clock. That gives a pressure. And I clicked two answers wrong. So that's a
So
fear.
we all have to give that assessment.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, if you're given the
Yes.
first assessment, then this assessment will be easier.
Okay, no problem.
That will be practice session.
Yeah, just more like a practice session.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Today, some important discussion that we will have, guys. Okay, the real analysis, kind of a thing that we will come into. Union joins. So we are going back to the set theory that we learned in our school days, right? Set theory. Now, okay, if you notice here, in the loans data set, sorry, I'm just trying to remember the name of the data set. The name of the data set.
The yesterday one, Priti?
No, the loans one.
Okay, that's loans new. Loans
Loan.
new.
Oh, this one, right? This one.
Yes.
Loan underscore DB underscore. Yeah, sorry. Loan underscore DB underscore new. Right? So if you So if you notice here, we have
Someone played with this database. Hold on.
a lot of people created new databases here. Okay, then I will use a simpler one.
School underscore DB.
Yeah, but that's way too simple database to keep using. Don't like to use that one much. There should have been one more that we might have created in the loans. Yeah, the loans data set. No, there are no data set here. Loans underscore new. Let me use this one. And let me also add. Sorry, I thought this was already added, but I'll just quickly add. So yeah, what I have done is that I've got a new database called as loans_new. And in that database, we have 4 tables: customers, deposit customers, and high credit card balance customers, and loans customers, right? So now you can see these are the tables. The customers is the customers master list, all the customers in the bank. Deposit customers are those customers who have made some kind of deposits. And high credit card customers, high credit card balance customers are those customers who have high credit card balances with the bank, right? And the loans customers are those customers who have applied for some kind of loan. Did you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Yeah, everybody.
Yes, Pratik.
Yeah, have you understood
Yes.
the date? Okay.
Yes, Pratik.
Now, let's say you are a credit risk officer. You're a credit risk analyst, right? Your goal is to assess the risk. Assess the risk that the bank takes with each customer. I get your point, guys.
Mhm.
Meaning, if we have, let's say this is my customers table, right? This is my complete customers table, complete, all of them, right? Now, there are some customers out of this who have made some deposits in the bank. So let's call them as deposit customers. Let's say this is the Venn diagram. And then there are some customers who have a high credit card balance. You understand what is the meaning of high credit card balance?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Pratik.
These customers have not, I mean, these customers are heavy credit card users, right? And they have a lot of credit card balances. Now, who are these customers? Who are these customers?
Premium customers.
Not premium customers. These customers are those customers who have lower risk. Then a customer which is over here. I get my point, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
And these customers, they are high risk or low risk. The customers who have only deposited money,
Low risk.
but they do not have high credit card balance.
Lower.
Lower risk.
Low risk.
These are lowest risk,
Lowest.
right? And these customers are highest risk customer. Do you all agree?
Yes.
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 But let's say you want to add them all, and that will give us all the what?
Customers.
All the customers.
Sorry about that rainbow color of the pen.
That's nice.
This I'm not sure if it is nice, but yeah. Anyway, all the customers, right? So union gives you that. Union gives you the addition of rows from multiple tables. I get a point. Let's say this is deposit customers union with high credit card customers, right? This will give you all the customers. I get a point. But if there are common customers like the ones that are here, should they be counted twice or once? Let's say altogether deposit customers are 100. High credit card customers are 150. But there are 50 customers
They will
who are
add it
common,
twice.
right? So what value will I get if I add these two, add the rows from these two tables?
200.
Mathematically it will be 300, but
No,
we need to get the 50 once only to, make it
200. It will be
250.
200. It will be 200.
Did you all understand my question? There are
Yeah,
100
200.
deposit customers. There are 100 customers who deposited money with the bank. There are 150 customers who have high credit card balance with the bank. And there are 50 customers who have both high credit card balance and also have deposited money. So altogether, how many customers are there?
100.
It
200.
will be
200.
no, sorry. It will be 150. 50 are common.
Actually, it's very simple.
200.
100 plus 150 minus the intersection once.
Yes.
Because the
50.
intersection values, the common customer should be counted once. Let's take a very simple example, okay? Again, a bank. Imagine a bank, huh? But this time, let's take a little simpler example. Imagine in a bank, there are 7 customers who have opened fixed deposit accounts. And there are 10 customers who have taken some kind of loan from the bank, maybe credit card loan, car loan, home loan, right? But there are 2 such customers who have both deposited money and also have taken loan. A lot of times, we do that, right? We also have FD in the bank, and then we have also taken some kind of a loan from the bank, right? Now, if you are a credit risk officer, then you would say that if I want to find out all the customers, then I would do a FD union loan. Now, how many rows will we get? Here there are 7, and here there are 10, right?
17.
So, how many rows will we get here?
17.
Arshad is saying 17. Arshad, if you count the heads
No,
here.
sir, 15.
1, 2,
15.
15. 15.
Has to be 15.
Common one is intersection.
do you see this?
15. Right.
Going to be 15, Arshad. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because the common ones should be counted once only because they are only one customer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yes, got it now.
So whenever you do a union between 2 tables, that means the queries from 2 tables, it will give you distinct values. Is making sense, everybody? Right? Now,
Yes.
in this case, let's say I write a statement, say select ID, comma, full name from FD table. Let's say FD table. Union, select, what should I select? Again, ID or corresponding columns from loan table, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this clause union will take care of this maths. It will check which are the rows between in this query, which are the rows in this table, which have the same values ID and full name as the ID and full name of this table. If they are same, if both these values are same, then that means they'll be considered the same row and then they'll be counted only once. They'll be shown only once. Is it making sense, everybody? So if I go back here, there are 2 tables, deposit customers and high credit card balance customers. So if I do select star from deposit customers,
We have customer ID common.
so we got cust ID and deposit amount, right?
Right.
And then we have select star from high credit card balance.
drop that.
In deposit customer, we have customer ID.
Yeah, so I've got cust ID here, and we got this here, right? Now, if I do this, select cust ID from deposit customers union. By the way, how many rows did we get here? 9 rows. Do you see this, guys? And how many rows did we get here? 5 rows. There are 5 rows here: 303, 324, 114, 144, 180, 82, whatever those are. And then there are different rows. So here, 9 plus 5, it won't necessarily give you 14 rows. I get a point, guys. It gives you 11 rows. That means how many customers were common between them?
4.
3 customers.
3 customers.
I get a point.
3, yes.
Did you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, Prit.
Yes.
So that's what union does. Union merely adds the rows from this query to the rows of this query. The only thing it does is that if there are rows which have same value for this column, the column that you selected, then they'll be shown only once. Got it? So union is in short, union is a addition operation. What kind of an operation?
Addition.
Union is an addition operation. Okay, it takes the rows from the first query and adds it to the rows from the second query. Couple of things to notice here. If you have selected one column here, then you can only select one column here. Let's say here, if I select cust name, I don't know if cust name is a column there or not. Then here also we have to have a column which corresponds to cust name. Let's say this is also cust name. That means if you have selected 2 columns here, then here also you should select 2 columns. I get a point, guys.
So select star will won't work.
Select star will only work in 2 conditions. Normally, I don't recommend writing a select star in a union query ever.
Okay.
It will work only if 2 things are there. One, if you have done select star here, the number of columns in both the select queries is same. Number of columns are same, right, Shweta?
Yes.
Second, the data types of individual column are compatible. Meaning, here if this is integer, this should also be integer.
Yeah.
I get a point. And the second column is character, then this should also be character.
Okay. Understood.
Understood? Integer, character, integer, character. Right? And let's say the third column is date. Then here also it should be third column as date. See, union operation is very simple operation. It takes the rows from the first query and stacks them, right? Vertically add them onto the rows from the second query. So this will go over here, this will go over here. Is it making sense? And this will become like this. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, let's do some questions then, if you have really understood this. Yeah. By the way, what error would we get? Suppose if I run this statement and if I write Now, there is no column for deposit amount here, right? Everybody,
Yes.
there is no column.
Yes.
Now, what would happen is, if you try and run this statement, you get an error saying the statements have a different number of columns. Do you see this?
Yes.
Right? So the number of columns in the two-select query should be same for a union clause to work. The data types of the corresponding column across the two queries should be compatible to each other. Otherwise, also it will not work. Clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, let's use another database. Let's say this database. Now, if you notice here, we've got these tables here, bridge table and chess table, along with the music instruments. But if you notice bridge table and chess table, now in the bridge table, there are 4 columns: ID, full name, sex, and class. And chess table, again, we have 4 columns: ID, full name, sex, and class. Right? Now, if I say select ID, comma, full name from bridge, from chess. So I get 5 rows: 9801, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mary, Peter, Eddie, Kenny, George. Right? If I write the same query, I again get 5 rows: 9802, 4, 6, 7, 8. Peter, Kenny. These 2 rows, these 2 people are playing both the games. These 2 players are playing both the games, chess as well as bridge. Do you see this, guys? Right? So if I do a union between them, first point is, will this query work or will I get an error? Will this query work?
This will work.
Will work.
This will work, right? This will work. Both the columns are common. I mean, both the columns are, there are 2 columns here and there are 2 columns here, so it will work. And the data types are also compatible. How many rows will we get if I run this query? Will I get 10 rows? Will I get how many rows?
8.
8.
Deepika says we
If
should
2
get
are common. If 2 are common, then 8.
Yeah, so there are 2, the Peter and Kenny are common, so they will come only once. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is union, and then we also have something called as union all. Now this just confuse you know, union all, rarely we use it, but you should know what it does. What union all does is that it takes the 5 rows, it will take all the rows from the first table, it will take all the rows from the second table, second query, and then it will just add them up. But it will not check whether the rows are common between the 2 tables or not. Did you understand what I just said?
Yes,
Yes.
it won't
That
remove
means, how many rows will we get if I ran this query?
10.
10.
10.
We'll get 10 rows. All the rows of the first table, all these 5 rows. Then all the rows from the second table. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, got it.
So one important thing I wanted to tell you, I forgot here. Here, let's say this gave me an error, right? When I wrote deposit account, deposit amount, and when I, of course, did not have a corresponding column for deposit account, deposit amount in the high credit card balance customers. Are you getting what, Ashish? Here,
Yes, sir.
we
Yes,
got
sir.
an error. But you may say that, Pratik, I may want to just show you customer ID and the deposit amount that they have made from the deposit customers, but I may not, I still want to see the customers who are there in the high credit card balance customers table I don't want to see this error. So what you can also do is just to match the number of columns requirement for the union clause, because the union clause will only work if the two select queries that you've written before and after the union clause have exactly the same number of columns. So what I can then do is that I can create a dummy column with the pair of just double quotes. This is like saying that there is a dummy column matching with this column.
But we have to create a column, right?
No, not creating a column per se. We have not created a column. It's
Only
just like a placeholder, Ashish. Because union clause requires that if there are two columns you have selected here, then we should have two columns here as well.
okay.
No matter the data type is same.
Yeah. This null, this dummy is like nothing. It will come blank.
Okay.
Okay.
For the rows from the deposit customers table, it will show the deposit amount, but for the rows from this table, it won't show it. Got it?
Yes.
It's just a way that that you can play around with it. Now let's do a couple of queries here, guys.
So Pratik,
Yeah.
can we replace the dummy column in the beginning?
Meaning?
From before ID.
Here.
Yes.
And you have some column here. Aisa?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you can. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You can. That's not a problem.
Means it's not required to match header to header.
Well, here's the thing. The spellings can be different of the columns. Let's say here it was called chess ID, here it was called chess full name, and then here it was called bridge ID and bridge full name. Vivek.
No, if placed in cross, just like ID full name, and here we place the full name ID. So
no. That is wrong. Right? I mean, that's like saying that ID should go into full name and full name should go to ID. That's wrong. That's more of a logical problem.
Okay, that's mean match header to header.
Let's say Vivek, understand this. Let's say we had first name here, and let's say we had last name here, right? And here you didn't hold it up. Last name first, and then first name. Then it's a problem, right, Vivek?
Okay.
I mean, the system will not give you error. But it will end up putting the wrong thing under the wrong heading.
As you said, it's stacking.
So result will not showing.
No, the result will come. Look at this, huh? Let's say here I select sex. Let's say here I select full name, comma sex, right? Here I select sex, comma full name. Now the bridge table, full name is also text, sex is also text, chess is also text and text, right? So this technically not a problem. Why? Because integer, text, 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 text. I got a point.
Okay.
But when I run this statement, so it has come, but look at this.
Yeah, data will, yes.
I get a point.
Okay. Okay.
Got that.
Placing the cross. Okay.
Right.
Does it
Okay.
make sense, everybody?
Yes. Got it.
Let's do these questions quickly, guys. You all have access to students' school You all have access to the loans database. We are using the loan data, this one. Which one was the one that we were using?
We have created our
Loans.
own database as well. You have provided the data set as so.
This, yeah, I mean, essentially, I want you to use these 4 tables in whichever database you have. I mean, on cloud, we have something called as loans_new. So go ahead and make it, go ahead and use that database, and let's answer these 2 questions. Let's answer this question. Create a list of customers who have deposited money and still have high credit card balance. In fact, let's do the second question. Create a list of customers who have either deposited money create a list of customers who have either deposited money or have high credit card balance, or both. Do this second question, guys. Did you understand this question, guys? People who have either deposited money or have high credit card balance, or both.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Pratik, in my schemas, it's not showing loan_new.
Loans_. I mean, are you connected to the cloud, Shikhar?
We are working on the workbench.
No, through Workbench. Have you connected to the cloud or your local one?
Local one.
So local one, did you upload this database ever?
Yeah, earlier I have uploaded.
No, this one, the loans one. Shikhar,
Yes, Pratik.
can you share the screen? I will help you connect it to the cloud. You know, if you don't have it.
Yes, Pratik.
Okay. Oh, what is this? It's a wait, huh? Okay. Go up a little bit. Go up. एक बार ऊपर नहीं, थोड़ा सा स्क्रीन को ऊपर ले जाओ. Okay, camera को. I mean, is this your local one or what?
Pratik, done, Pratik.
No, you're connected to the cloud one. So come down. Come down.
It's showing this loan DB
No,
underscore
come
new.
down. Scroll down. See here, loans_new. This is the one.
Pratik,
Got
done.
it, Pratik.
Got it?
Yes.
Pratik, done.
Thank you. Can you copy paste your query, Ashish?
Yeah, I have just give me. I have logged in on other system, so I will log in. Just give me a minute. I will log in.
Pratik, done.
I will send a query to you. Pratik, I have sent a query to you. I have sent a query to you.
Yeah, I got it.
Pratik, I have also shared. Please check.
Why
my
have you done union all?
Not I have done union only.
No. Okay, so Deepika did it in 2 ways. Okay.
For either of them or for all of them. That's fine.
Hey, so that is the union. Normal union, no?
I have done the union one as well.
Yeah,
I have shared the 2 codes.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, even I've said.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody who needs help in this? It's actually plain union, and you don't even have to do that max balance or anything like that, Kunjan. High credit card balance doesn't mean highest credit card balance, Kunjan. This is a very simple query, guys. Query is simply this: from deposit customer union select from high credit card balance customers.
We need cust ID.
First ID. I get a point.
Yes.
Just this. Okay. We'll do more questions on union. It's a feeder topic. We will have lot more applications for union. I want to also talk about. We have seen how we work with multiple tables, right? How have we worked with multiple tables, or let's say, how have we done queries where we had to find common rows between 2 tables? For example, let's say this is customer table and this is the loans table, and I wanted to find out which are those customers who have applied for loans, right? So this is your common one, intersection. How have we done this kind of question, guys?
Subquery. Query.
Sorry, what was that, Gunjan?
Subquery. We use the subquery here.
I mean,
Or we can do that like simple math formula when we use to this plus this minus of union this.
Why? So this is simple in, right? We did that. In. Remember in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did that.
And students who are common between them. So then, so customers who have applied for loans, right? That means their customer ID would be there in the loans table as well, and then we'll get that, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's say I run this statement, I get all these, and also I run what is a common column between the customers table and the loans table?
Cust ID?
Cust ID.
Loan ID.
Loan ID.
See, in the customers table also we have loan underscore ID, and in the loans table also we have loan underscore ID. Right?
Loan ID, yes.
If you want to find out the list of customers who have applied for loans, then it'll be like this: select star from customers where
Loan status.
Loan ID.
Loan ID in from loans, right? This will give you the list of all those customers whose IDs are intersecting, whose loan IDs are intersecting with the loan IDs in the loans table. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, this only gives us, okay. So yeah, I mean, this query will run, no problem.
But
It will give me all the data from the customers table, right? But let's say we know that these are those customers who applied for loans, isn't it?
yes.
Suppose I also want to show, the list of customers who applied for loans. At the same time, also show the loan amount they applied for. Did you understand what I'm trying to say, Shay? What to say? So I want the list of customers who have applied for loans and the amount of loan they have applied for. That means in the ideal output, what am I looking for? In the ideal output, I'm looking for
Loan ID and its amount.
no, I'm looking for cust ID. Maybe let's say basically all the columns from the customer table, as well as loan amount. Do you agree, Tarun?
Yes. So we will create a dummy entity, that blank one.
No, here no, aisa nahi. Tarun, what would happen is all these columns will come from which table?
Customer table.
Customer table. But this
Yes.
loan amount column will come from where?
Loan table.
Loan table, right? That means in one output, we want to show the data from more than one table. This is the
Yes.
first time we would be doing so. Because when we use in statement, then we only get to print the data from the outermost table, which is in this case customers table. I get a point, guys. But
Yes.
a lot of times you would have a requirement that you want to take the data from this table, one table, and you want to take the data from the right table, and then you want to horizontally merge the two tables. Horizontally merge the two tables, so that you have access to all the columns from the left table and all the columns from the right table to be displayed in one query's output. Did you understand what I'm trying to say, guys?
Yes.
I want to horizontally merge the two tables. What did we do in union? We added the rows from the first table to the rows from the second table. So we vertically added them. Here, what are we doing? We are horizontally merging the two tables. Why? So that we get column access to this table as well as the right table. That means all the tables that we are joining together. So this operation of horizontally merging the two tables is called as joins. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
Mathematically speaking, suppose if this is table 1, you're joining this table with table 2, horizontally merging. Then in the resultant table, you will have access to, that means you will have column access to these two fields. That means the fields from, or the columns from the table 1, and also the columns from table 2. That means all these three fields will get added together. So the resultant table will have 3 fields or 3 columns. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
So Pratik, it's automatically.
We will see that.
So, but we do have some relation in between them or not? Like we have some common.
Let's say in this case, Ashif, good question that you have asked, that hey, do we even have a common column between them? Because this is field 1, this is field 2, and this is field 3. So it seems like there are no common columns. That's fine. You can join two dissimilar tables which do not even have any common columns at all. You can. Do we want to do that more often? No. but you can. If you join these two tables, mathematically speaking, there is an operation that happens between them, which is called as Cartesian product, which we learned in our school days, 10th class matrix multiplication chapter. But I know that, I mean, naturally, a lot of people must have forgotten about it. So I will explain it to you. The maths behind joins. What happens in this is that all these fields will be added with, that means all the columns of table 1 will be added with all the columns of table 2, and hence we will have 3 columns in the resultant table, in the joint table. What happens to the rows? Each one of these rows will combine with each one of these rows. That means AA11 will combine with XY. AA11 will combine with YZ. AA11 will combine with CC, and BB22 will combine with XY, YZ, and CC. So resultant table, joint table, will have how many rows?
6.
Based
So
on it,
6.
it will be 6.
6.
6.
Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes.
It will get multiplied.
Yeah, the number of rows get multiplied. The columns get added. That is what happens in Cartesian product. Clear? Yeah. So this is called as a simple join operation or a Cartesian join operation. Which we achieve by writing a very, very simple statement, which is select from table 1, comma, table 2. The moment we do so, the two tables get joined together. This is your Cartesian join or simple join. Has lesser application. Okay, has very, very lesser application. The application that we are looking for is something that can help us replace this in to find common rows between the two tables. So when you join two tables which have a common column between them, let's say this student table, and this course table contains those courses which are enrolled by these students, the course information of the courses enrolled by different students. So if you notice, what is the common column between them? What is the common column between them, guys?
SID.
SID.
The student ID.
Student ID.
For a moment, forget about SQL, forget about everything that you're learning. If I have to simply ask you, please give me this data. Please give me this report whereby I can see the student name and I can see the course name they are registered into. Forget about SQL. Manually, what would you have done? What would you have done?
Student name we have
No,
one
you
is
would have
name
seen,
is AA.
let's say
AA
name
maths.
A, and course name is
Maths.
and
CC.
CC SST.
SST.
So we did it very quickly. How did we do it? So what we did is we went to the student table. We said this student ID S1, student ID 1, is it there in the course table? Yes, it is there. If it is there, then what is the course name? It is what is the course name against it? So maths. So we got the maths over here, right? Then we went to the second student ID here, 2. Is it there in this column, in the common column? It's not there. So if it is not there, that means we are not going to print anything. That means this student is not registered into any of the courses. Then we went to the third one and we said, yes, there is a common row. There is a, equal value in the course table. Hence, this becomes the social studies here. You understand? That's how we got it. So when you join two tables which have a common column between them, then what would happen is you will then be able to simulate the same operation as what we were able to do with the help of in. The statement to join the two table will remain the same from student comma course. However, there is a however here. When we do this statement, then we know that all the columns of the two table will be added and all the rows of the two table will be
Multiplied.
multiplied, right? That's the operation that happens when you join the two tables. That means if there are two columns here, and if there are two columns here, then the added columns, that means the joint table, will have 4 columns: student.sid, student.name, course.sid, course.cname. So if you notice, the resultant table will have these 4 columns: student.sid, name, course.sid, course name, right? And how many rows will be there? There are 3 rows here and there are 2 rows here. So 3 into 2, so there will be 6 rows altogether. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
But out of these 6 combination of rows, where we are saying 1A will combine with 1 maths, good combination. 1A will combine with 3 SST, 2B will combine with 1 maths, 2B will combine with 3 SST, 3C will combine with 1 maths, 3C will combine with 3 SST. Out of these combinations, 6 combinations, only the 2 combinations, that means 2 rows where the common columns have the same value, are the rows which are logically important to us. The other rows we will filter out. Other combinations we will filter them. How? Look at this statement. From student comma course, the first thing to execute, where student.sid, student.common column, is equals to course.common column. The moment you do this statement, you have joined the 2 tables, which is Cartesian join. Then when you equate the same column, common column between the 2 tables, then you convert this into do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Is it making sense? Everybody?
Yes, Pratik.
Yes.
Can you please repeat once? Okay.
I will. What is happening in this statement, Vivek?
Select two tables.
No, I will look at this statement only. This statement will join the 2 tables. And when it
Yes,
joins
join
the
the 2
table,
tables.
it ends up creating something like this.
Okay, it's automatic.
Automatic. I mean, you don't, you can see it also, but I'm just saying that it ends up creating something like this. I get a point, Vivek.
Okay.
That means all the columns from the first table will be added with all the columns from the second table, and each one of the row from the left table will be multiplied with each one of the rows in the right table. Got it? This is what happens when you do from student comma course. That means from table 1 comma table 2. And then when you equate the common columns, that means you're converting the join into something called as inner join or intersection join, which is the replacement for in. For example, here we have customers comma loans, Vivek. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the moment you say where customers dot, which common column, guys? What is the common column between them?
Customer.
No, loan ID.
Sorry, loan ID.
ID.
Now, if you notice, Vivek, what we have done is that these 2 columns have come from which table? These
customer
have come from the customer table.
Customer table.
And the loan amount column has come from where?
Loan.
Loan state. So in one query, in a synchronized fashion, we are able to show columns from multiple queries, and that is possible because we had joined the 2 tables, right? And since we had equated the common columns, that means we were looking only for those rows which are common between the two tables on the basis of this common column. Do you understand, Vivek, what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A couple of things to notice here, guys. Couple of important things to notice. If you notice, I have used the table name before loan underscore ID, but I did not use the table name before cust ID and loan amount. Do you know why?
No.
Yes.
Just to
Yes, sir. Loan ID you're
Because
taking from the customer table. Cust
That
ID is
loan ID,
only from the customer's table and loan amount is only from the loans.
means except for the loan underscore ID, there is no ambiguity in the other two columns. The other two columns exist in their respective tables only. But loan underscore ID is a common column between them. So you have to specify from which table are you wanting to refer to it. If I don't, I'm going to get an error that column loan underscore ID in this field list is ambiguous. That means this column is present in both the tables or whatever number of tables that you are joining together.
So Pratik, you can put any of it, like
Yeah, it doesn't matter because we have equated. We have
Yes.
equated it, right?
Yes.
So whether you put right value or left value wouldn't really matter, right? So this is called as right, which is a replacement for in statement. Works better than in. Why? Because it gives you access to columns from all the tables. Whereas in only gives you access to the columns from the table which is in the outermost query. Another syntax of writing inner join statement is customers inner join loans on the basis of loan underscore ID. Sorry. So we have a clause, just like for union, we have a clause. For inner join also, we have a clause called as inner join. Inner join, so customer table, inner join loans table on the basis of this, relation. I get one. Also, if you want to save some typing effort, you can give table aliases as C, as L. C dot loan underscore ID and L dot loan underscore ID. Did you understand this, guys? Clear, everybody?
Yes, Pratik.
Yes, Pratik.
All right. Any questions on this, guys?
Pratik, here you have used the aliases, but you have written SC as L. So where can we see that in the results?
You don't see that in the result, the aliases. The table aliases you don't see anywhere in the result. You don't need to actually, because you would be more concerned about the loan ID, I mean the column name. You can also give just a space, instead of writing as is optional.
Okay, Pratik.
I think why we have used loan dot loan ID on the first line. we can use customer as well, like
Yeah, we can.
we did previously.
matter.
Okay.
Doesn't
It
matter.
has to be common column. Oh, I mean, yeah,
Because this is
common column,
common.
irrespective of the table name.
Because we have equated it, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter we use customers or loans. Okay, makes sense.
All right. So guys, did you understand the importance? Importance is that you get access to columns from multiple tables, right? That is the main essence, main objective of using joins. And when you join the two tables, you horizontally merge the two tables, When you union the two tables, you are adding the rows from the first query to the rows from the second query. That means you're vertically adding them. Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, Pratik.
Yes, Pratik.
Okay, I'm going to upload these scripts, guys, for you. I definitely would want you to at least run these scripts, guys. Please. And then there are some practice questions, 3 practice questions.
Sure, Pratik.
Joins is a critical concept. Okay, joins and union both are extremely helpful. This is one of the main reasons why SQL is so powerful, because it allows you to work with multiple tables extremely easily. And joins is the crux, and union and joins are the two very, very important things that will be really, really helpful in your data journey, guys. Okay, so I'm going to give you these questions to work upon as well, guys. Yeah.
Okay, Pratik.
Pratik.
Yeah. All right, then, guys. I'll be here for the next 4 or 5 minutes if you would have any questions. Otherwise, thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you, Pratik. Thank you.
Pratik, what is the earlier join called known as?
Sorry, what is the
earlier join we did without using the keyword join? What is that called?
same thing? I mean, there is no difference in it's just different way of writing it. Gunjan. Oh, you're saying that where we did not equate the common columns, Gunjan?
No, actually, I'm just wanted to know the key term without using the keyword join. Is there any specific name?
No. We just write from table 1, comma table 2.
Right. It is the same concept of using primary and foreign key references, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but joins work even if you do not have any common column between the two.
Right. Right.
Got it?
Yes, Pratik. Thanks.
I
will see you guys tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, Pratik. Thank you, Pratik.
Bye, Pratik. Thank you for
Thank you, Pratik.
simplifying
Bye,
it.
Pratik. See you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Pratik.